it home. That's all that really matters.
So there was, you know, everybody was looking forward to this football game on the weekend, an important game for the Sun, but it was overshadowed by a terrible piece of news from Friday.
Friday night, the motorcycle accident claiming the life of a running back for the Okanagan Sun, and then they had to play literally just a matter of hours later, so very, very tough.
They didn't have to play, but they chose to.
The visiting team said, look, we will actually postpone this game if you'd like to, and based on the parents of Janson Towers, and they said no, Janson would have liked to have seen this game gone ahead, so they did play it, but certainly did so with a huge, huge heavy heart. So
hard thing to get over.
That's where we begin tonight, because it really was heavy hearts for everybody concerned. The Okanagan Sun trying to forge ahead. Friday night, keep in mind, running back Janson Towers died in a motorcycle accident. Saturday afternoon, the Sun had to take to the field in the BC Football Conference semi-final. South Surrey did volunteer to postpone the contest, but on the insistence of Towers' parents, that game did go ahead. This was the scene soon after an Okanagan Sun practice. Running back Janson Towers crashed his motorcycle at high speed and died from his injuries. A few days earlier, Towers had been named the team's most inspirational player at the year-end awards banquet. He overcame a serious knee injury and, against huge odds, worked his way back into the Okanagan Sun lineup.
Janson was voted most inspirational player for our team for a reason, and the character that he showed coming back from his injury last year, basically battling for 2 full football seasons before he even stepped on the field again, never giving up, defying the odds, that epitomized Janson. He was just a great, great kid, great character, an awesome team player, had obviously a huge effect on all these guys.
With the death of their friend and teammate, the Okanagan Sun took to the field at the Apple Bowl to play a BCFC semi-final against the Big Kahuna Rams. They lined up on the 25-yard line, the number of Janson's Okanagan Sun jersey, and then all took a moment to remember this 21-year-old. In an emotionally charged football game, the Sun on their first possession put the ball into the end zone, and soon afterwards, Mike Fedniak fought his way in for a score and paid tribute to his friend and teammate Janson Towers. In fact, Towers was on the mind of each and every player before, during, and after each play. In their regular season meeting at the Apple Bowl, the Rams beat the Sun 14-12. In this semifinal, the Sun romped to a 38-7 victory.
They went through something that nobody at their age should have to go through. It was not a pretty scene up in the locker room prior to the game. A lot of emotion. And really for them to have that, to channel that for 3 hours and come out and play a football game, and even to be able to do that is just amazing.
So up next for the Okanagan Sun is the BCFC Championship game, and yes, it will be in Nanaimo against the Vancouver Island Raiders. That game goes Saturday at 1 o'clock. As far as other conference championships, the Prairie Conference final pits the Calgary Colts in Saskatoon to take on the Hilltops. That final goes on Sunday. And the Ontario Conference will be hosting the Canadian Bowl this year, so the semifinals go on this weekend. Hamilton plays in St. Leonard, and Windsor is in Burlington.